This is Judge Joe Brown, and we're listening to We All Be News. News-free Dixie for the 21st century.
We All Be's under him on freedom fighter extraordinaire. He didn't talk about it, he lived it every day, 24/7, 365. A true revolutionary Black Power elder, the one and only brother Mukasa Dada. How you doing today, sir?
Fine, how you doing?
I'm great, and blessed and highly favored. I just want to talk to you. We're losing so many of our comrades, our fighting soldiers and truth tellers and all those in the game right now, especially this past summer. I just want to get your thoughts on some of your people that you work with and knew personally on a different level that a lot of us know. And one person I'm thinking about right now is brother Julian, who recently passed away. Do you have any thoughts or things you'd like to share with us about your brother?
Well, Julian Bond was he was over the communication secretary in SNCC, and he wrote our newsletter and just ran the communications and communicated with the people in the field. And that in 1966, we wrote in 1966 we ran Julian Bond for office, and Julian Bond won. And when Julian Bond won, right after he won, they killed Sammy Young Jr. in Tuskegee, Alabama. And then SNCC, right during that time, January 2nd, 1966, made a statement that if a black man can go into the army, fight a war for the United States, and come back and can't piss in the bathroom behind a white man, we don't need to be in the army, and therefore we officially oppose the war in Vietnam. And when we made that statement, the press asked Julian Bond, because he was a member of SNCC, did he agree with that statement, and he said yes. And when he said yes, he was expelled from the Atlanta legislature and put out, and then we protest, demonstrate, and force him to get back in. But one thing I said about Julian, when Julian ran for office, I was the spokesman for Julian. Julian didn't make no speeches. I used to get up and talk and rouse the people up, and then say, Julian Bond. He would get up and say, thank you very much, and that was basically his speech. And when he won, Julian's first speech was at Mason's Temple in Jackson, Mississippi, the same place Medgar Evers was buried at, had his funeral. And when he made his speech at the Mason Temple, I first got up and spoke and talked and roused the people up, and then I said Julian Bond, and then Julian Bond got up and said, when I was on the airplane, somebody said that they just wanted to see me because they wanted to see how a congressman looked, a black congressman looked, and Julian Bond told them, if you look in the mirror, you'll see how a congressman looked. Thank you very much. And that was Julian's first speech. So Julian Bond was a brother, a comrade, a man. We worked together in SNCC, and I honor him, love him, like I do all the other SNCC brothers and sisters that we work together with.
Also, we also Judge De'Ami Bailey, the founder, one of the founders of the National Civil Rights Museum, and also a student activist in his own right. I just want to get some thoughts from you as well about him. Oh, brother DK, how you doing? Looking sharp, shooting, and booted, man. Brother Black, how you doing?
How you doing, brother? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, brother Mukasa, you know brother DK, don't you?
Yes, sir. Hey, my brother. How are you, sir? So good to see you.
My pleasure.
My honor. Brother Kevin.
Kevin,
hey, nice to meet you.
So many people here, man. Like,
yeah.
wow.
So we're going to go and sup on some of it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, brother Judge, we lost him this summer as well.
Yeah.
A long fight from cancer. Do you have any thoughts about Judge De'Ami Bailey?
Well, I know De'Ami Bailey. He's a friend of mine, and he was a good brother. And I met him in California years ago, and I communicated with him when he was in Memphis. And he was just a good soul to young people, and we inspired him. And he went out and struggled and made a contribution to the revolution. Thank you, Dion.
Yeah, and also we lost Sister Margaret Block, SNCC
Margaret
activist,
Block.
the sister of brother Sam Block, another icon of the SNCC movement, Black Power Civil Rights Movement. Your thoughts about her?
Well, the Block family was warriors with SNCC in Greenwood and in the Delta, Mississippi, and that they was part of Bob Moses and the SNCC project in the Delta, Mississippi, and Sam Block and Peacock and many other, Jimmy Travers and many other brothers and sisters fought many battles down there, and they put their lives on the line, and they fought until they died. Margaret Block was a warrior, and she left many great messages in her poems and in her actions and her thought, and she was a great fighter, and we know it from the time she was a little child. Thank you, Margaret Block, and long live Margaret. Black Power.
And also, Brother Mukasa, I mean, we talk about revisionist history, what's going on right now with the Black Lives Matter movement, but my particular thoughts about the movie Selma. Have you seen that movie by any chance?
Yes, I've seen it.
And what are your thoughts about the movie?
Garbage.
Okay, what did they get wrong? Or why is it garbage?
Everything.
Anything in particular?
Well, they didn't. They played SNCC down. Selma was a project that SNCC ran and operated. Selma did not play a second role or under role to no organization, SCLC or no one else. SNCC played a major role, and it was based on a major SNCC project. And they basically played SNCC down and left SNCC out and just started who SNCC was. Matter of fact, I played a major role side by side with Dr. King. And if you look back in history, you'll see me marching over the bridge with Dr. King on the very first day we went across the bridge.
Wow. Wow. And also, my thing was the troubling portrayal for me of James Foreman.
That's what I'm saying. James Foreman, they not only betrayed James Foreman, made him look weak, they betrayed the whole SNCC project and the whole history. And so the project just ended up a Hollywood perspective, not a real historic perspective. You can never trust Hollywood.
Let me ask you this about the young people right now with the Black Lives Matter movement. It's like there's a lot of schism between the younger people and the elders, like a lot of misunderstanding, miscommunication. Do you have any thoughts about what's going on currently in the Black Lives Matter movement?
No, I don't know exactly why, but they're forming, and they have the same roots, grassroots that SNCC had, and hopefully they'll develop into an organization and become solid and keep fighting and fighting for the liberation of our people. And they should definitely not trust the Republican or the Democratic Party, because our revolution is more than about voting, and they should watch out because the enemies would try to co-opt them and guide them to just be somebody to deliver a vote to the Democrats or Republicans. We condemn America, Democrats and Republicans, and we damn all of them. So the Black Lives Matter need to get organized and form a movement and just keep being a threat against this system.
And you have any thoughts about, are you going to attend the Justice on A.L.'s meeting in Washington, D.C. on the 10th?
I will attend. It'll be a great mobilization, and I don't know what will happen after that, but definitely we need to get organized. But our people are crying out because we're being murdered and killed and starved to death all over the world. And it's just the people are coming because they're crying out. Just like in 1963, when they had the March on Washington, we were being bombed, shot, killed, jailed, mass jailed, and they came to the March on Washington because the criminal behavior of this government toward our people. And today, the capitalistic system and the government is just as criminal today as they was 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, or 50 years, or 100 years ago. The only way out of this is revolution. Du Bois was right. America would never treat us right. We must take Africa back. Pan-Africanism is our solution. The total liberation and unification of Africa under socialism. Take everything that the rich people have and give it back to the poor that it belongs to. Revolution is the only way to stop it.
I want to concern, you being a revolutionary elder guy that got some war stories under your belt and some things to come as well. The misconception, what really won the day for y'all in terms of what happened back in the day? Was it just non-violent things?
Brother Africa, how you doing? Good. Good. Always good, brother.
Oh, you know that.
Thank you.
Because we come out, it got to be non-violent.
Ain't no such thing, no non-violent. Non-violent folks were great heroes. They fought many battles. They went up against dogs and bombs and whatever. But and that was just a tactic that SNCC used as a tactic. Some people saw it as a way of life, and we told Martin King that didn't make sense, and that it was such a great contradiction that we fighting wars all over the world for America and come back here and beat down and then talk to these same people about nonviolence. And that's why by 1966, we were burning these cities down, 67, 68, and when they killed Dr. King, the nonviolent prince, we burned every city in this country, and we still need to keep burning and keep fighting, because we just as much slave now as we were 50 years ago. Matter of fact, we in worse shape than we was 50 years ago. 50 years ago, at least a man in every house. That's not, they've been put out. All our brothers in jails and prison, they done took 50 million acres of land from us. They done took all the business, hospitals and restaurants and pool halls and other kinds of business we had. All of them are gone. So we're in worse shape now than ever before. And Africa find itself being bombed and warmonger more now than ever before. We'll never be free until Africa is totally liberated. So we're in the midst of a world revolution. And we're in the midst of a revolution. Our fight is to free Africa. Until we free Africa, we have no freedom and we have no home.
Oh, wow. And also, I want to ask you about your friend, Marion Barry. That's one person. We lose so many of them.
Well, Marion Barry was a great soldier. He was a great mayor. He organized for SNCC. He was the first chairman of SNCC. And he took SNCC work to D.C. He forced the government to allow black people to vote there. He organized a major youth program in D.C. And then when he got to mayor, he did everything to serve black people and poor people in D.C. And he's the best mayor this country ever had. And that's why the United States government went out to try to destroy him in every way that they could. But Marion Barry was a great soldier. He was the SNCC mayor. And we thank Marion Barry for being a great warrior. Black Power, Marion Barry.
Yeah, great. And also one more question, I just want to clear up, from your perspective, what happened at the new Black Panther party?
So you still gonna run home and come back?
No.
Okay, cool. So you have anything else you want to share?
No, just that we need to organize, stick together, teach and educate our own people, and we'll never be free until we get our history, our culture, our identity, and our land right. Until we take Africa, we will never be free, and the United States is a lie, is a criminal in every aspect, and we can never trust this government in no way. Black Power.
Black Power. Thank you so much. We love you, brother.
Long live Pan-Africanism.
Thank you.
All right.